we need to stop this business of people making it big because they have political connection, and every year they can pull 2 or 3 tenders, and these tenders in Kenya are infrastructure and they are huge. If you make 10% of this, I mean, you are a billionaire. If you make 10% of this, of another one, you are a billionaire. People like Chris Kruby just need to pull twice a year.
If you had gotten this deal, you'd have been a billionaire.
You know, that's why I told you, in a capitalist economic setting, people have the modes of production. Here, you have the tools of corruption. I don't have the tools of corruption.
Jeff, so you're not a billionaire?
I'm not a billionaire, of course I'm not.
Jeff, if that's the only way in Ahmed's imagination that you make billions, then we have to obviously enlighten him. You can make billions like people who manufacture new brands of beer that we didn't know. Since the other day, he gave a good example. You can make billions selling big biros to very many primary schools. You can make billions selling the same razors. So where did this issue come in that the only people who will make $1 billion or $2 billion in this country have to manipulate tenders?
I didn't say.
I don't understand.
I said there are many Kenyans who are making it big the right way. What I'm against is people like Chris who specializes in tenders.
Does he?
Andrew,
yes,
does he? Andrew, are you gonna
like the computer, like the laptops, as you know?
Laptops? I don't understand. I even didn't understand that statement.
Yeah.
I actually was
involved in laptops.
I was with Ahmed
Chris.
in that case.
Yes.
I was with Ahmed in that case. In fact, he represented an Indian couple that tendered and supplied. A husband and wife company. It was a husband and wife company.
So you lost out on the laptops as well?
No. They won, according to them, in quotes. And this mom and pop shop came and told us, we'll supply you with olive laptops. It was wonderful. None of us have ever heard of them, even Ahmed. But we said, listen, something is wrong.
Chris Kruby.
Haya was my client.
Chris Kruby had Haya, which is a Chinese company, which was represented by his son-in-law. And, you know, as I said, you can't allow just few selected Kenyans, just because they have the political connections or they can pull strings, to do the laptop, to do the railway, to do the call. I mean, there must be some space for other Kenyans.
I think we also need to disabuse the grand mullah of the notion that every case I'm in somehow has a connection with Chris Kruby. My client was called Haya Electrical Appliances Corporation, headquartered in Qingdao in China. I went to that factory.
I had no clue.
Yes, and neither did I until I got there. But I can assure you, I was shown a plant that just the factory floor is bigger than the whole of Kisumu City. And I can tell you, Chris Kruby has no shares there. And they were my clients, not bidding as a consortia with anybody.
And the Grand Mullah was representing what?
He represented the mom and pop.
No. Chris Kruby had an MOU with that company to manufacture some of the components in Kenya, and we have copies of that MOU.
What's wrong with that?
No,
isn't that wonderful? Bringing jobs to Kenya. If it is true,
nothing wrong.
If
let him admit, you know, you can't.
I'm afraid I'm not aware of his MOU.
He can't deny. Then suddenly he says it is good because it's bringing jobs.
No,
Andrew, let me ask you
if
this.
It is true,
Andrew, let me ask you this.
Will
you reassure Kenyans tonight that once you get this plant going, because the train has left the station, as you say.
No, it has not.
It hasn't left the station.
No, it hasn't.
Are you recalling the train?
We are derailing the train.
Munangoa rally.
We've seen that before. It won't be the first time in Kenya.
You all will be there for 25 years, and you will do the right thing for those 25 years.
Not only will we, in this consortia, will the company not be there for 25 years. Jeff, power will be delivered at 7.56 US cents per kilowatt hour to Kenyans, who, by the way, are currently paying literally, and that's about 6 shillings. Kenyans are currently paying, you and I, in our bills, 26 shillings per kilowatt hour. So not only are we talking about 25 years, we're talking about 25 years of affordable power. This is the beginning of a revolution. We can't keep tying up things here with the Grand Mullah in court and letting Kenyans pay for expensive power.
Half the price you quoted.
Half of the 7?
No. Yes,
no way. You couldn't even compute their price. Even he can't with coal.
And you see, why is the government worried? Because the government is not putting any money. Everything is coming from the consortium. So if we tell you that we are giving you at half the price, why should you have a problem with that?
It is absolutely not correct to say that.
You disagree?
And where will they put the plant?
Jeff.
The coal plant?
Yes.
Where else? We all went to the site.
He's a friend of the governor, remember?
Well, his client perhaps will facilitate some room, but I'm sure the people of Lamu are looking forward to this development. And Jeff, let them not mislead you. They are supplying power at half the price. If you read the press advert from the Ministry of Education, 7.56 Gulf. Theirs was literally incalculable. Because, why? You've come and brought in a coal specification that does not exist. But they said, should you bring your coal from China, the best we could glean from their tender price was 0.76.
Finally, the briefcase is opened. I was wondering what was in this.
But I was worried.
Want to show him.
So Centum will not pull out. You assure us.
Going nowhere.
You're going all the way.
Going nowhere. 25 years.
And let's face it,
cheap power.
Grand Mullah, from 26, whatever that we're paying right now, down to 7.
6 shillings.
6 shillings. That's a quarter, man.
No. But you see, I mean, these are the price calculations
for Gulf Energy.
For everybody.
You see them. They were in the newspapers
you had them on
yesterday. They're here.
This is the financials that were open.
Yeah.
This is the price. Look at the price.
0.4275.
Yes, that's the price.
What does that mean?
It shows you the specific. This is how much it will cost. 0.4, 0.2, and 0.35, and you will see that every calculation here, Gulf was the most expensive. But let me show you. You know, there's this.
This is a newspaper advert conversion of those same figures. The same figures. And if you go and look at the press...
This is the price, my friend. This is how much...
Shanghai Electric?
0.06. These guys are 0.7. These guys are 0.9. They are the most expensive provider of this. It's 19 billion more, 7 billion more, and 475.
Jeff, do you know the factor they used calculating that?
What?
$100 per metric ton. Go back and calculate it. Even the ministry said in the newspaper, when you do this computation with misleading figures, it's very easy to bandy around a figure of 19 billion.
My friend, numbers don't lie.
Look at the flat figure.
Yes.
By the way, this is absolute. It's a marketing gimmick done by Shanghai to try and disparage the winning tenderer. The press, it was calculated. 0.7, literally. Everybody was in that price.
Where did this come from? Where did 0.9 come from?
You asked him to show you the calculation.
That's the price.
Jeff, this is a figure. Show it to Kenyans. Where's the calculation that gives that figure?
Billion?
How do you get to that 19
billion? My friend,
billion?
this is the formula. This is the energy cost.
Now he's going to show you EC divided by CCRB.
When you do all this, when you all do this, and this is the mathematical formula, and he can't escape. Even if Chris comes, numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie except when you manipulate them.
It is 0.966. The second bidder was 0.7. My client was provided at 0.6. My friend, there's a 19 billion shillings more expensive.
That's what you think, Grand Mullah? That's what you think?
No, that is the reality.
Let me ask you this. Okay,
19 billion with coal that nobody knows where they pick it up from.
South Africa. Both of them are from South Africa.
Grand Mullah, let me ask you this.
But wait. I opened the file during the critical moments and I've answered the question. I don't have to read other things. That is where the buck stops.
But let me ask you this, Grand Mullah. Obviously, you feel a little pissed off, a little, you feel slighted because a lot of these deals go to those other people.
Not really. First, I want to clarify an impression created by Chris last night. You see, unlike him, I am not a broker or an interested party in this deal. I have no interest whatsoever. I'm a lawyer.
So let it go. Let it go.
Yes, if Shanghai pays my fees and we agree, I will argue a legal case.
Jeff, that is what this boils down to.
Let me finish.
They pay fees, somebody makes a case,
and we walk on.
Because somebody is paying me.
But they are going to pay you.
Regardless of whether it's win or lose, he gets paid.
Wait.
He gets paid.
I am not, of course I have some emotions about it from a legal point of view. But it's not, a life and death like it's for Chris and his son-in-law. For me, it's just a legal brief.
Centum.
Yes. It's a legal brief.
Yes.
So when he says, I'm a broker, I'm a wheeler dealer, he is describing himself. Yes.
But you don't feel slighted. You don't feel personally aggrieved by what happened.
No. I am personally aggrieved as a Kenyan because this is corruption. This is grand corruption. We have fought against the grand corruption for so many years. I mean, you see, if it's an Indian, people will make noise. I mean,